Oh no.
Welcome in, everyone, to Barely Educated, the podcast by depressed Bears, by Bears fans for Bears fans. We are here to talk a little bit. We don't have long, unfortunately. A little bit about the Bears' defeat at the hands of the Green Bay Packers in Lambeau Field, 28-21. A pretty entertaining and interesting game, and I'm probably going to be alone amongst Bears fans. Maybe you'll join me, Chris, in my take on this, but at the risk of asking you a deeply personal, disturbing question after a Packers-Bears game that saw the Bears take the L. Chris, how are you?
Well, I'm doing all right. I actually missed the second half because of a concert that I had, but in the first half, I my reaction was like, "All right, here we go again. Oh, look, another quick slant for a first down. Oh, look, just a scatter drill for a random touchdown to some guy you've never heard of before because the Bears defender uh didn't have the right coverage down. By the way, Jalen Johnson is not right, by the way.
No, no,
He's
not a chance.
he is not. Yeah. Anyway, but then my concert finishes, and I'm listening to some post game, just kind of flipping through Twitter. The attitude I'm seeing is mostly positive
Right.
from people that are normally nitpicky. Like Mully was very positive. Dan and Matt on the 312 sports thing. They're thrilled with how Caleb and the offense adjusted in the second half and what it says about the future that it's going to be different this time, I guess. So even though I saw that they lost, reading that stuff right out of the gate was encouraging, I guess, and maybe bodes well for the immediate or maybe just the near future, I guess.
I think the game was a hot mess to start, and the way the Bears
Yeah.
battled back should be as big a story as anything else, and it's probably not going to be. But you're right. I'm not really on an island in terms of there's been quite a bit of positive reaction. So they're getting trounced in the first half.
Yeah, that's what I saw. That's the part I got to watch.
Yeah, and it's like, oh gosh, it's bordering on embarrassing. And they came back, and they had a chance to win it, pending a 2-point conversion. If Caleb hits commit there, instead Nixon picks it off, and off to misery Bears
Yeah.
fandom goes. But in a sense, this is where I feel like I was maybe on an island. It sounds kind of stupid. I feel better about the team having hung in there and bounced back, battled back, and seeing the coach make the adjustments in the second half, seeing them be the first team this year to go into Lambeau and put up over 20 points and over 300 yards.
That's what I'm
That
reading.
defense is lights out up there.
Yeah.
It's okay to credit the Packers. They're really good. And so is Jordan Love. Get over it, everybody. He's good.
He
He
is.
murdered the blitz. And
Yeah.
it's not luck. He does it 100 times. He's good at it. Just admit it. He doesn't suck. I wish he did. He's good. He's a Pro Bowl player. He's going to be a Pro Bowler. And then he's going to go, no, I don't want to go. But he's going to be voted. He's the third best quarterback in the conference, probably. Like, maybe second to Stafford. I don't know where he exactly ranks there, but he's good. He's playing good football.
He
He
is.
made his typical Jordan Love, what are you looking at, doing airheaded throw early first drive.
Hmm.
And he was great the rest of the game. And he
Yep.
killed your blitz. And you have to blitz because, and this is the second biggest story to me, and the part where the other part of the whole being on an island thing. I know Caleb's going to get a lot of heat, and the passing game was like kindergartners out there in the first half, so that's fine. I still think that, like, what's going to stop this team from winning a playoff game whenever that comes? Maybe they win the first one and lose the second. Maybe they lose the first. I don't know. We'll see where the season goes. It's going to be because you're going to be like, they have no pass rush.
Yep.
And Dennis Allen is trying every blitz under the sun, and most of them are ineffective. And then you're trying to cover Christian Watson with a guy that runs a 40, half a second slower than Christian Watson, and off he goes. But it starts with the fact that your D line is giving you nothing after Montez Sweat, who's hit or miss to begin with. I've argued before here that he's been okay this year. He's been pretty good, not like amazing. And a good defense, he's your second best D
Right,
lineman.
exact. Yes, exactly.
But none of the rest of these guys are starters. They're either washed up veterans who aren't what they used to be that are still giving you once in a while a play, or they're young guys that aren't there yet. Like, can we have a conversation about this? Austin Booker's a good rotational pass rusher, third edge, fourth edge. Like, you're having to play him more than he's proven.
Hmm.
Grady Jarrett played pretty well against the Steelers, and I thought he played pretty well against the Eagles. And I was hoping the knee was starting to be better, but he did nothing today. Andrew Billings is one of the most disappointing players on the roster, and so is Jervon Dexter,
Yeah.
frankly. Did they have any tackles for a loss, the D line? Did they blow up any runs? They had one little sack with Montez. You're not going to stop anybody any
Mm-hmm.
good if 95% of the time the D line isn't doing anything.
Yep.
And that's the area where there's a talent problem. Elsewhere, it's sloppy execution, it's growing pains, it's oops, somebody slipped and crap. Like there's
Mm-hmm.
things happen. But with the D line specific, these guys are all NFL ability, but there's only one who's a real starter, in my opinion, at least in today's game, the way they played today. And I thought the game was lost on the play where they had 3rd and 2. It's the final drive for the Packers, that final touchdown. It's the pitch or whatever, outside run to Jacobs. He's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage with 3 or 4 Bears, none of them wrapped up. Jervon Dexter just did this weird shoulder shimmy. It looked like his hands were in his pocket. I mean, that didn't work,
Yeah.
but he didn't use his hands or his arms like at all. It was awful. And he still runs it for 21 yards. He should have lost 3. I mean, that's how the day went, I think, for the
Yeah.
D line. And so it was Dexter, Sweat, Jalen Johnson, who looked horrible today, and I think it was Sewell who came in after those 3, but there's 4 of them that had a chance to make that play.
Ugh.
It was really, really, I think the key play of the game besides the last one, obviously. And I think, you score 20, 21, obviously in this game, but your offense by the end of the day, it actually played pretty well because the second half was so much better.
Hmm.
And you lost this game because your D line's got no horses, not enough horses. They didn't do anything to impact the quarterback. And Jordan Love killed your blitz, and you had to blitz because your D line's not doing anything without the blitz. And you can't cover on the back end consistently when you have to blitz this much. It's just asking too much.
Yep. And when you're best,
Jalen looks rusty, though.
yeah,
To be fair to him, maybe it's just
maybe
some
that's all it
confidence
is.
stuff.
Okay, all right, but yeah, I mean, he's your best player on defense, and if he's out of position on plays that turn into touchdowns, that's a big problem. 'Cause, like Brisker was asked, unless someone was out of position, Brisker was asked to cover the whole back of the defense on that Melton guy who caught that touchdown right before halftime. To me, that was like the kick in the rocks, man. That play right there, like really. Come on, just hold him to at least a field goal. There's less than a minute left in the
And that
game.
changes the whole
Yeah,
scenario at the
changed
end,
everything.
obviously.
Changed everything. And like Brisker was hot. They showed him on the sideline afterwards. He was mad, and he didn't look like, man, I screwed up. He looked like we are not where we're supposed to be on that play. That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, that TD was, I mean, all the TDs were breakdowns essentially, besides the last one, and it was set up by a bad breakdown with the
Mm,
tackle, right? You can't ask CJ Gardner Johnson or cover Christian Watson on a slant.
yeah.
And it should never go for 40 yards, but I mean, that's a pressure beater. You're not going to get home in time on that one. They look the coaching matchup with all the media scrum and all the I'm going to beat or I Ben Johnson saying I enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year and all that. The real matchup is Johnson versus Halfley and LaFleur versus Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the QBs don't actually play each other when they're both offensive play calling head coaches.
Right.
And LaFleur beat Allen, and he has numerous advantages and the tools at his disposal. But they played a great game in the second half. They made it entertaining. They did not embarrass. It looked like we were going to get embarrassed, and everyone's going to be like, "See, I told you the Bears were pretenders." Instead, we're going, "Okay,
Yep.
they had a chance. Caleb definitely wishes he threw that one better.
Yeah,
And
and
that's it. It doesn't have to be anything else. He just underthrew it.
every quarterback makes a bad play like that to lose a game.
He had just iced the game against the Eagles with the same play.
Yep. I
That's it.
watched
Sometimes it happens. You just don't always have the best execution.
Peyton Manning threw a pick six in a Super Bowl. Tom Brady threw an interception to lose an AFC title game. No, I'm not putting Caleb there, so people don't hear what I'm not saying. I'm just pointing out that even the greatest quarterbacks make bad throws at the end of games when there's, something riding on the line. So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna overanalyze that play.
Hmm.
Like he just underthrew it. Maybe he throws it to the pylon. That would still mean he underthrew it because he threw it too far to the right. Maybe he needs to throw it further back. That's actually what I'm thinking is meant by the underthrow here. But I don't think he can throw it to DJ Moore. That's going around. That throw would have required him throwing it over the linemen and linebackers.
Hmm.
Even though DJ's open, we got to do it from Caleb's perspective. That's like really, really difficult running to your left.
Right.
It's got to be
Yeah.
further to get more air under it, and he just didn't put enough air under it.
Right. Right.
And the other option was Swift. He was covered.
Hmm.
And the last option was running, which I thought he could have probably got the first, but I think that's tough to say because once it's committed, how much faster is everybody else running too? He's awfully
Hmm.
good at that, though. So I mean, I'm not saying it was a good play by Caleb. He screwed it up. He underthrew it.
Yep.
I'm just not gonna like go any further than that with it until somebody who knows the position better tells me what happened.
Well,
Maybe it'll be Caleb, maybe it'll be Ben, maybe it'll be Kurt Warner. I don't know. I'm just not gonna play the rest of those games. Like he just underthrew it.
Chase Daniel addressed uh, the throw, like going to his left across his body to his right. That it's an impossible throw.
To
So
DJ because
yeah,
it's not far enough down the field. Yeah.
right, yeah. So I think there will be. I think there will be. But yeah, it's just easy to go after the quarterback because he's got the ball. Everyone's watching him. But so many moving parts and things that play into it.
And it's a design scramble. I know people are talking about late, like he's supposed to throw it from the pocket or something. It's designed rollout.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you have Swift running with him.
Mm-hmm.
Because if Caleb draws the defense, he just quick little shovel type thing to Swift. Like I'm pretty sure it's a designed rollout. I mean, I guess Ben would have to confirm it, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you design a rollout to your left,
I mean, they just did it. That's what the Philly play was.
but was that designed that way, or
With
was that
Caleb though, with Caleb they do.
okay?
You wouldn't with Bajent.
You mean the real starter of this team? He's just being held
Yeah,
back.
I'm so far. I'm proud of Bears fans. I don't see anybody saying
No,
that.
I don't either. Yes, not even
Some might
Bob.
be close, but I don't see anybody saying it.
Well, they're just not worth paying attention to. So
And I don't want one play to overshadow other great plays. The
no.
touchdown was, and also on the luck thing. If we're gonna be mad at Jordan Love for getting those throws, then Caleb got lucky on the TD to Zacchaeus, went right through a Packer's hand. That's why I'm saying we shouldn't be playing these games.
Hmm.
It's also a dart that the guy's like, oh crap, I didn't catch it. Oh, he did. Dang it! Like credit him. Credit
Yeah.
the quarterback. They make these crazy throws, but the gorgeous throw down the sideline to commit.
Mm.
No doubt about it. The highs are high. We just got to get to consistency. I am far more worried about these slow starts than I am whatever happened on that last play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
If you don't start slow, you don't even need the last play.
Hmm. Hmm. That's right. And defensive line. That's the other thing to be worried about.
Caleb in the post-game presser said, I got to do a better job of leading him. So that's the same idea as the underthrow. It's
Yeah,
not thrown
that's what it
far
looked
enough
like. Yeah.
out to him.
Hmm.
Basically the same idea. But I'll be curious if Ben addresses it more than just, we thought we had three good options there, and so on and so on. That's all he said so
Hmm.
far. Ben usually says a lot more tomorrow or post game the day after than he does the post game. So that will be interesting to see for sure.
Yeah.
But I just think if your takeaway is you're just like mad they lost or mad at the quarterback or whatever, I would be mad at how they started.
Yeah.
And I would be mad that they never fixed the D line and signed all these guys who really haven't proven much or they were too old to be in their prime. And the D line is still a problem. And it's been a problem for 4 years of Ryan Poles. Like I'm happy
Yeah.
with the effort. I know it sounds like moral victory, but did any of us think we were going to be 9-4 after the Green Bay
No.
game and gave
No.
them every bit of trouble they could take? The Bears are on the come.
You know,
right? The Bears are scary.
they
You
are.
give it a couple pieces in the offseason and a little bit of polish from the quarterback. I mean, obviously his growth is the biggest way to hit a higher ceiling as a team, right?
Hmm.
Him improving his accuracy. But this team's got people's attention for good reason, and they can absolutely win the game in Green or in Chicago versus
Oh
Green
yeah,
Bay.
oh yeah. I'm not ready to say I expect it yet, but I think it's. I think they'll get out of the gate better, and yeah. Hmm. Hey, a Packer fan friend of mine texted me about the Bears. He said they looked so much better in the second half. Definitely wore out our defense, and that was something I heard on a post game I was listening to as well. That the offensive line in the second half really started beating up on the Packers' defensive line, and it was just a matter of time at that point that they just ran out of time to really take that game over or to complete the game. I guess they were starting to take the game over. Was the sentiment there that they just got to do if they did that sooner, if they somehow could have got into that get all lathered up earlier in the game, maybe there's a different outcome because of that as well.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's not the kind of Bears Packers loss that has me upset.
Yep.
Right? I'm trying to be like passionate in my analysis, but I'm not like mad they lost really.
Oh, it's definitely different. It
They're
looked
they're
different. It
good.
feels
Like
different.
they're both good teams. It
Mm-hmm.
finally a real game. It would have been
Yeah.
awesome to steal it at the end.
Yes, it would have. Yeah. And the Bears, we have to remember, first year with Ben Johnson, second year with Caleb, but Caleb's first year with Ben. It's going to get better and better. It will. It has, and it'll continue to do so. I'm not worried about that at all. And if you had told me beginning of the year, looking at the Eagles and Packers back to back, and said Bears are going to split those, I would have been ecstatic, right? You're going to
Yeah,
beat,
I mean, and be 11-5 or whatever they'll be if they split them.
yeah.
10 and what are they now? They'll be 11-4 if they split them, if
Well,
they beat the
yeah.
Browns. Like take care of business against the Browns.
Hmm.
Get right on a certain couple aspects that need to get right. Put all five linemen on Miles Garrett.
Yeah, you're
and
gonna
then
have
and
to.
then and then beat Green Bay at home.
Hmm.
And no one's anything but thrilled.
That's right. Yeah.
Is the Browns game that gets you to 10, is that a you're in the playoffs now game, or do you think 10 isn't enough this year?
Ben said you're gonna need 11, so I think that's probably right. We've seen Bears teams win 10 and miss the playoffs. That Lovey's last year, for example. But with 17 games now and the seventh spot, yeah, I think 11 is when I would feel better about a playoff spot. But you got to get 10 first.
I mean, 11 you feel great about it, right?
Yeah. And it should be there. Cleveland should be one. Uh, Detroit in the cold. Jared Goff does not like the cold. So that might be leaning in the Bears' favor. And the Green Bay game, who knows? We'll see.
They could win all four of the next
They
four.
could.
That would be their third four-game winning streak of the season. And I said it
Wouldn't
last
surprise me.
time. Bad teams don't win five in a row and four in a row. This is a good team.
Bears are a good team. That can be
They are
put
a
to
good
red.
team on the
Put to bed.
rise.
Yep.
They are a sloppy team.
Very sloppy.
They are a team with a couple key holes and some significant injuries. They've also missed the most snaps for starters in the league from injury. That was going around earlier in the week, like Thursday or Friday
Yeah.
in the football week. I mean,
Yeah.
which is late in the regular week. But and it's like, yeah, that they're in this position with that going around too. And Kyler Gordon goes down today in the
Oh,
warm-ups because
th-
he's glass.
that definitely affected the
Because he's
game,
a huge
especially
part of
the
the game
first.
plan when they think they can
Huge,
play, that he can play.
huge part. That definitely
That ruined
affected the
like
first
whatever the
half.
whole week's plan was,
Yep.
basically.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think Dennis Allen had a good game, but I don't think it's worth being all that hard on him either, based on
Yeah.
what he's dealing with.
When
That they don't have a pass rush. They
that's what.
don't blow up running plays for tackles for loss very often.
Mm-hmm.
That makes defense really hard
Yes.
and calling a defense really hard. It's that simple.
Yeah.
If they fix the D line, watch how good the rest of the defense looks.
Yep.
How are you fixing the D line?
Well, you got to spend some money in free agency and do some good drafting.
And I don't know if you have the money in free agency. We'll have to see what they do with cap cuts and who's potentially back or not. That we'll find that out down the road. You don't really have a good option mid-season on that.
Hmm.
Or you did, but he got traded to the Eagles. I would have loved Jalen Phillips on this defense, but I get it. You don't know if he's actually worth that capital. He's like kind of a B level player, but that's better than what they've got for sure. But this is why Ozzy panning out is so huge
Huge. Yep.
because that allows you to focus on D line in the first. I might do it the first two
Three?
rounds.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
sure.
And instead of having to get left tackle in there somewhere, you're hopefully set there. It's too early to say.
Yeah.
But the point is, what's wrong with them up front isn't really fixable, and
Yeah,
they
it's a
just got to hope
talent,
they get the turnovers to make up for it, and they just didn't quite get there today.
right?
One's not enough with how many,
Yep.
and I guess we could do good, bad, ugly, but I feel like we've kind of meandered into it.
Nah, that's all right. We can.
Do
You
you
got to get
think
out of here.
Jalen is still physically having an issue or just shaking off the rust? He
Oh,
played fairly bad. Well, okay, I don't know. Maybe he shut down in a bunch of plays and we didn't see the ball go there. When we saw him, it didn't look good.
yeah. It looked out of position and not moving when he either maybe come up for a blitz or drop back into a coverage. Just kind of standing pat. Like, all right, pick something, Jalen. So I don't. Maybe mental rust, but physically still not 100%.
Yeah,
But
I
he
feel
didn't
like
look
it's
right.
rust.
Okay, I hope so.
You wonder like some of it, like some of the where they didn't drop the coverage off right, and he's to blame for that touchdown, not Brisker. Like,
Oh,
Brisker even
that's
have it
yeah,
all.
that's what I'm saying.
It's
Oh, not
totally
a play.
Jalen.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm just bringing that
yeah.
one back up
Hmm.
because we all wanted him back, and you're like, dang, he didn't play very well. But I think we can safely say for now it's more rust than
Yeah.
being slow. Like he didn't get cooked so much as he did it wrong.
And maybe some of that was because Gordon was out, and that messed up. I mean, that would have a big effect on. Oh, we got to cover this now. Where am I supposed to be here with Kyler gone, or Gardner Johnson's going to take this spot here over there? I don't. It would cause you to overthink and thus slow down. Thus slow down.
Do you think like how much different is this defense than what Jalen's played though? Like that's why the like oh I wasn't supposed to pass him off thing is weird because is it really that exotic a defense
Well, it's going to be different than the
than
Flus.
Flus?
Yeah, the base cover two base.
But they still
Um,
all run the same zones and
I don't know.
concepts. It's just the amount of time they run it, right? I don't think
I'm
we'll get an answer on it, but I don't think he looked right, and I think it was mostly mental rust more than physically still injured.
That would be great if that's the case. But
Because you would
he's
assume it will improve. That's
yeah,
where I'm going with that.
and he's still perhaps on a pitch count for a bit too, because there are a couple plays where Jalen's
Definitely.
gone and there's McLeod right there. Like, oh, that's a bit of a drop in ability there.
Great game for Christian Watson, if we're going to be honest.
Yeah, yeah. When he's
He's good.
healthy,
He's
yeah.
good. When
When
he's
he's
healthy,
healthy,
he's
he's
good.
great. Yes,
They're
he's like,
they're going to be a tough out if they stay healthy. The defense is good.
yeah,
They also
man.
do the Micah Parson lines up on a guard thing. That's just mean.
Yeah, yeah. I did see that.
He just splits that gap and is on the QB almost immediately. There were plays where it
Hmm.
looked like last year where there's like instant pressure in his face and Caleb's still doing the Houdini act. I need a straight answer from somebody who knows the sport more than me. Why does the passing game struggle to get going like every week? I mean, I get it when it's like week one, week
Yeah.
two, we're learning the offense, all that stuff, but like this is a good team despite their passing game in large chunks of multiple games.
Yeah, I don't know if Caleb's just too amped. He has to settle down and get out
That's
of
what I
his own
wonder.
head. But
It's a fair question.
I seem to
All right.
remember Favre was like that at one
Yeah, I think
stretch of
he
his
does get
career.
too amped for
You
sure.
know.
I don't know. How can you fix that? Beats me. But like,
Time,
it's
experience. Yeah.
something that I think is holding them back on some level,
Hmm.
and obviously the accuracy. And then he makes some of the wild plays, and you're like, huh.
Yeah.
Well, that was. I don't know. It's a very interesting ride.
Yeah.
But they don't suck, and I
They
just
don't.
refuse to be discouraged about this.
They're a
If
good team.
anything, they beat a good team on the road and almost beat the other good team on their schedule on the road. They don't play the Rams or Seahawks, but it's like, what more do you want? Okay, beat them both, sure. But back-to-back road games against Philly and the Packers, they won one and lost the one
That's
by
right.
one score.
That's
It's
why.
just not a reason to be mad or discouraged.
That's
There's
why it's.
parts to
Yep.
fix, but
I think.
I'm more encouraged in some senses because they they didn't get blown out in either, and they won one of them. They're already
Hmm.
playing with house money this year.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier. If you had told me at the beginning of the year that they're going to split those two games with the Eagles and the Packers back to back, I'd have been thrilled. So yeah, it's all about the perspective in a lot of ways.
Now, it'll be a little different if they don't win the home game because I think a lot of this is
That would be
predicated
different.
on
Yes.
you can still win the home game and split. If you split with the Packers and Eagles on the road and split with the Packers, period, that means you won two out of those three
Yeah,
in year one.
in year one.
Oh,
Yep.
baby.
It's definitely possible. One another thing I heard on I listened to the one of the post games I listened to. It was the Dan Bernstein one. He
I'm
said he
sorry,
wasn't.
Chris. I'm sorry that happened to you.
That's all right. I was in the car. I had to do something. But he pointed out that he wasn't going to be too hard on Caleb's percentage in this game because he threw away a lot of smart passes where there was nothing there, or he was pushed out of the pocket, rolling out, and did the smart thing
Just
by throwing
barely
it away.
outrunning Micah Parsons over and over again and throwing it away.
Yeah, like that's the right thing to do.
That's correct. Why
Yeah,
can't he see that in other games? Because he's done that several times this year.
I don't know.
I mean,
I got
I
nothing there.
don't think there was one missed play in the first half, and the second half, I don't know that there were any.
Yeah.
Like the accuracy wasn't, it sounds counterintuitive, but the accuracy wasn't really as much the like, oh my God, these throws are terrible in the second half. It was, oh, he's throwing it away again.
Mm-hmm.
So like the completion percentage looks, it's like, I don't know how to count those because last year we were like, throw it away already.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's doing it and people are still upset. So it's like, I still see a lot of growth. I
Yeah.
still see a lot of room for growth.
Yeah. And
The,
that
the
was
number one thing I want to figure out about Caleb Williams is how to get the passing game and him specifically going in the first quarter so that some of these can be blowouts. Now, they're not blowing out the Packers, but I'm
right.
talking bigger picture.
Mm-hmm.
Could have blown out the Saints, for example.
Yeah. Saints who beat the Bucks today. Crazy. In Tampa. Any given Sunday, my friend.
The Panthers might win that division.
Wow. What a league. What a league. All
As
right.
we speak, Houston just scored. It's 10-0. Houston over the do or
Wow.
die 6-6 Chiefs
Chiefs gonna go under 500? That's crazy.
in December, not
In
like
December.
1-2 in September.
Yeah.
They're in trouble. And another lineman got hurt for the Chiefs.
Oops.
They are in real trouble.
Yeah.
Life comes at you fast.
Yes, it does.
So I am off to Deutschland
Oh, jawohl.
on Wednesday.
Nice.
I'll watch the Browns somewhere in Germany, the Browns game.
Beautiful. I think they're the
I'm
bronze.
off to Germany to watch the Browns.
Oh, oh, Deutschland, Deutschland in
It'll
den
be like
Bergen.
8 o'clock, I think, for
Oh,
kickoff
lovely.
German
Yeah.
Germany time.
And then I'm gonna be in Chicago for the Packers game at a conference that'll just be wrapping up.
Are you gonna go? You're gonna
Well, I looked.
find a way?
My son is with me, so I looked for tickets. The cheapest I found were $350 each. So I don't think that's gonna happen. But we can at
He
least
can stay. You can
we
by
can.
yourself.
I don't.
Sorry, kid.
He's already the one we ditched his 10th birthday to go to Cubs Diamondbacks in Phoenix. That he still hasn't forgiven us about. But anyway, but at least we can watch it in Chicago. We'll find a sports bar or something to check it out. That'll be cool. So, well, hey, have a great trip to Germany. Is it Is it dig related or conference related or
I got invited to a conference
nice?
on my particular niche of ancient Egypt, if that's not a niche enough. There are sub niches.
Wow.
So Christmas in Germany, so we're taking the whole family
Wow. So you're there how long?
a week, which I wish it was longer, but they still got to get back to finish the semester for kids
Oh,
and my wife's work. So
nice. You gonna get you a Tannenbaum, a Christmas
something.
tree? Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, we're definitely hitting
Tannenbaum.
the Christian
Oh,
markets, right? Like if
Tannenbaum.
it's not a quote biblical tradition, it's a Bavarian tradition
Yeah.
for Christmas, and we're in Bavaria, in Munich.
Oh, I love Munich. I was there right after high school on a band trip. I loved it. This is 30 years ago at this point, but still, I loved Munich. That was a great city.
Yeah, we're excited.
Mm-mm.
Kids have had a countdown for a while,
Mm.
and now it's like, oh man, it's here. Y'all got to start getting your packing together.
Yeah, Guten Tag. Teach you how to say
I'll
that.
tell you what, you haven't lived until you've tried to explain to a 7-year-old the different rules in airports and what can go in a bag and which bag gets, it's like, nope, you can't have lithium batteries in that one, but you can't have large lotion bottles in this one.
Ugh.
And her being just like, what?
Ah,
It's like, just, we'll do it. Don't worry.
cool. Well, that's great. I'm glad you guys get that opportunity. I hope you have a wonderful time.
Sure, we will. Thank you,
Yeah,
sir.
sure. All right, we'll catch up when you get back. All right, everyone.
Go
Thanks.
Bears.
Bears 9-4 Bears. They're good. Yes, it's losing sucks. Losing to Green Bay sucks. Losing to Green Bay in Lambeau sucks. Losing to Green Bay in Lambeau for what the 30th time in 32 tries sucks.
On a last minute interception
Yes,
sucks.
by
You're
Caleb.
on
It sucks.
fire. Keep it going.
Yes, yeah.
But you know what doesn't suck?
The Bears.
The 2025 Chicago Bears.
That's
I'm
right.
pretty sure they don't suck.
They don't. They're a good team, and it's year one, so you can accept both things, Bears fans. So we will talk to you down the road. Have a wonderful week, and we will check in next time we can. Next time we're both in America. All right, bear down, friends.
In deja vu, you only think you're repeating events. We actually are.
Every time the loop begins again, everything resets itself and starts all over.
You mean we could have come into this room, sat at this table, and had this conversation a dozen times already?
A dozen, 100. It's impossible to tell.
Bears. Bears. I love the Bears.